Welcome everyone to my channel. If you haven't been here before, pull up a seat, sit down. We're gonna do May's TBR all white. Alright, so we're down to 53. Technically, I might have to pull out one more and scrap it in a bin because I pulled out two of them that I don't have books for anymore because I scrapped. I unhauled them. But there's also another one in here that I know I unhauled, which I'd have to look through, and there's actually a couple more than that, but I'm a little lazy, and I don't want to do that, so we're not. I don't remember how many is in here that I've unhauled, that I need to pull out. I could actually look it up, Black Mirror and the Savage, Black Mirror and Savage Garden. Yeah. Okay, Black Mirror and the Savage Garden are the only ones left that I'd have to pull out of here. So that's two books. So technically there's 51 of these left before we can just ditch white completely. Or I might even just decide to sit there and do any book that's not part of a series goes to become white. So, even if it starts a series, but it's not one that's currently inactive or active. But then again, that would just quickly make it go away. So we might just ditch white. Or we might just use white like we do the rest of the colors and just do one sheet of white. I'm hoping I'm mixing them up quite well. Lord Loss, Darren Shan. Lord Loss by Darren Shan. This is not for kids like the Darren Shan Creep to Freak series is more like for young teenagers. This is more like young adults and all that lovely stuff because it's a little bloody and a little nightmarish and a little too heavy for somebody like that, for a little more. But it's the first one in the Demonata series for Lord Loss by Darren Shan. There's two different types of Demonata series that I have going on here, guys. The door feels red hot, as though a fire is burning behind it. I press an ear to the wood, but there's no crackle, no smoke, just deep, heavy breathing, and a curious dripping sound. My hand's on the doorknob. Inside the room, somebody giggles, low, throaty, sadistic. There's a ripping sound, followed by snaps and crunches. My hand turns. The door opens. Hell is revealed. Grubbs Grady is about to learn 3 things. The world is vicious, magic is possible, demons are real. A horrifying new adventure begins with his first book in a spine-chilling Demonata series. I can't wait to read this for you guys. I can't. The only one that I don't actually have that's of Darren Shan's, technically, is the zombie series that he has. I haven't actually tried that yet, but we might. Okay, there's 224 pages in this, so not a bad start after the heaviness of April. Not a bad start to May. That could turn at any point. Also, I know that one most likely doesn't have an audible, so sucks to suck. Alright, got another one. What is this? The Lightning Thing by Rick Riordan. We actually finally get to start the Percy Jackson series. Whoops. I forgot I'm not supposed to do that. I bought this for $2.97. that's something. I don't even know. I've seen the movie, The Lightning Thief, and now I'm going to compare it to the book, because that's what I do. See if which one's better. In my experience, 90% of the time, the book is better. More details, more information, just more. Because that's just the way it goes. You know? You just get more out of a book because they can have more space to info dump shit on you than a movie does, because movies are supposed to be more fast paced. Because unless they're like a Stephen King movie, they're going to be, there we go. Yeah, they're going to be short. Alright, so The Lightning Thief by Percy Jackson and the Olympics, The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. Percy Jackson is about to be kicked out of boarding school again, and that's the least of his troubles. Lately, mythological monsters and the gods of Mount Olympus seem to be walking straight out of the pages of Percy's Greek mythology textbook and into his life, and worse, he's angered a few of them. Zeus' Master Lightning Bolt has been stolen. Percy is a prime suspect. Now Percy and his friends have just 10 days to find and return Zeus' stolen property and bring peace to a warring Mountain Olympus. But to succeed in his quest, Percy will have to do more than catch the true thief. He must come to terms with the father who abandoned him, solve the riddle of the oracle which warns him of betrayal by a friend, and unravel a treachery more powerful than the gods themselves. So, yeah, there you go. The Lightning Thief. We're gonna read The Lightning Thief. It's a used book, so of course it's a little dented, unfortunately. And there ain't nothing you can do about used books. They kinda get shat on by people. Alrighty, 375 pages. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. There could be worse. You know what? You're one of the tall ones. Come here, tall bitch. Night by Elie Wiesel. Another small bitch. I think this is my last and only one in my true story type deal thing of real lists. Maybe no. Wait, Memoirs of a Geisha should be based on real life. But Night by Elie Wiesel is actually nonfiction. So yes, I think this is one of my last nonfiction books that I have. Born in the town of Sayet, Transylvania, Elie Wiesel was a teenager when he and his family were taken from their home in 1944 to the Auschwitz concentration camp and then the Buchenwald. Night is a terrifying record of Elie Wiesel's memories of the death of his family, the death of his own innocence, and his despair as a deeply observant Jew confronting the absolute evil of man. This new translation by his wife and the most frequent translator, Marianne Wiesel, corrects important details and presents the most accurate rendering in English of Elie Wiesel's testimony to what happened in the camps and of his unforgettable message that this horror must never be allowed to happen again. So, I read this in college. So, yeah. I kept it because I wanted to reread it. I don't know if I'm going to reread it after this because it's kind of a heavy subject and it's... I forgot to hit the record button as I was talking about this. It's a heavy book, so I'm going to take my time with it, I guess, and in the end, I'm going to give it away probably for somebody else to be able to read it. So 115 pages is how much it is. And then I pulled this one. Eon, the Dragon Eye. Dragon Eye something. Dragon Eye Reborn. I've already read this one, so I'm excited to get into it. I've already got a bookmark in it, so that's pretty cool. So, she has a powerful secret with deadly consequences. For years, Eon's life has been focused on magical study and sword work, with one goal, that he be chosen as a Dragon Eye, an apprentice to one of the 12 energy dragons of good fortune. But Eon has a dangerous secret. He is actually Iona, a 16-year-old girl who has been masquerading as a 12-year-old boy. Females are forbidden to use dragon magic. The penalty is death. When Iona's secret threatens to come to light, she and her allies are plunged into grave danger. In a struggle for the imperial throne, Iona must find the strength and inner power to battle those who want to take her magic and her life. So, I think I said this one is like 531 pages. So I can't wait to read this for you guys and reread it. So that way I can go into Iona, because I haven't read that one. But I really want to read it. So I'm excited to have the opportunity to read that. My first thick boy, too, for May. I'm going to grab all these big ass ones, but then I really want to small the small ones. So you know what? We're going to go with a small ass one. Because I can. Dolores Claiborne by Stephen King. There's something wrong with me because I keep forgetting to put this on. So editing is going to be a nightmare, but that's okay. Let's be an editing nightmare. Yeah, that's where a sticker was. I don't know if I did that or if somebody else did that. But this is an older book, so it's okay. It is A-okay. This is by Stephen King. Dolores Claiborne. Everything I did for love. For 30 years, folks on Little Tall Island have been waiting to find out just what happened on the eerie dark day Dolores Claiborne's husband died, a day of the total eclipse. Now the police want to know what happened yesterday when her rich, bedridden employer died suddenly in her care. With no choice but to talk, Dolores gives her a compelling confession of the strange and terrible links forged by hidden intimacies, of the fierceness of a mother's love and its dreadful consequences, of the silent rage that can turn a woman's heart to hate. When Dolores Claiborne is accused of murder, it's only the beginning of the bad news. What comes after that is something only Stephen King could imagine, as he rips open the darkest secrets and the most damning sins of men and women in an ingrown Maine town and takes you on a trip below its straight-laced surface. Dun, 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 dun. Huh? Oh, okay. 372 pages? 372 pages. Well, that's not too bad. That's five books. We need 2 more. But as is customary, we're going to look and see if any of these have audibles. Because that's what we do. I'm pretty sure Lord Lost doesn't. We'll look it up anyways. Lord Lost is just an ebook. It's the first one that came up. Pretty Dragons and Olympians. The Lightning Thief. That's not what I was going for, but let's just do this. I just want to see if the Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief has an Audible. Because it might. I've seen 3 audibles so far. There's a 4th one. We might have to do this. Here we are. The Lightning Thief, The Lightning Thieves, Birth to Dragons in the Olympus, The Lightning Thief. Okay. Filters, formats, audibles. I don't think it does. Because I think it would have been one of the first ones. Unless I have to put Percy Jackson in first. Let me see. Oopsies. So Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa is an audible. Did I get this whole book series because of one title? Shadow of the Fox? Yes I did. Sorry, can't help it. It said Shadow and it said Fox. I want to read it. 1,000 years ago, the great kami dragon was summoned to grant a single terrible wish, and the empire of Iwagoto was thrown into an age of darkness and chaos. Now, for whoever holds the scroll of 1,000 prayers, a new wish will be granted. A new age is about to dawn. Raised by monks in the isolated silent wind temples, Yumiko has trained all her life to hide her true nature, half kitsune, half human. Yumiko has a skill with illusions that is matched only by her penchant for mischief. Until the day her home is burned to the ground, her adopted family is brutally slain. She is forced to flee the temple with the temple's greatest treasure, one part of the ancient scroll. Mysterious samurai Kage Sasume of the Shadow Clan is under orders to retrieve the scroll at any cost. When chance brings them together, an uneasy alliance is formed, offering Yumiko her best hope for survival. Knowing he seeks what she has hidden away, Yumiko begins the deception of a lifetime. With an army of demons at her heels and the unlikeliness of allies at her side, Yumiko knows that her secrets are more than a matter of life or death. They are the key to the fate of the world itself. She's half fox, half... I knew there was a reason I was gonna love this book. I'm going to love this book. I also want to sit there, if I like this, I want to get the Iron Fae series by her. Oh, look at that. Fire Clan, the Earth Clan, the Shadow Clan, the Silent Wind Temple, the Imperial City, the Satomi Sky Clan, Sun Clan, Water Clan, Wind Clan, Moon Clan. This sounds like it's gonna be good. A fox shapeshifter sworn to hide a mysterious scroll, a secret assassin under orders to kill to obtain it. So, let's see. "443 pages. About 14 hours. It told me. That's okay. So, I want to see if one more audible is available. Or if we're going to have to go with 6. Because that would suck. I think I already had to do 6. No, because I did a manga. If there isn't one, I'm probably going to have to do one. Well, it just wants me to do a manga anyways. And I am okay with that. I am okay with this. Case closed. Detective Conan, technically. Meitonte Conan. Volume 1. by Gosho Aoyama. Fuck yeah. We'll deal with this. We'll love it. I'm with like 90% of the people who hate the fact that this is called Case Closed. That ain't its title. It's Detective Conan. Meitante Conan. The Great Detective Conan. Okay? Because that's his name. His name is Edogawa Conan. Okay? I also hate the fact that they do the English word names. I've got 96 volumes of this with English names for the majority of the characters, and I fucking hate it because their names are so stupid. I can't deal with it, okay? It's stupid, so I'm gonna consider replacing the English names with the Japanese names because the Japanese names are so much fucking better. I mean, like, here. Ghastly beheadings, bloody murders, and cold-hearted child abductions. Precocious high school student, Jimmy Kudo. His name is Shinichi. Kudo Shinichi. Makes more sense. Okay? Uses his keen powers of observation and astute intuition to solve mysteries that have left law enforcement officials baffled. Hot on the trail of a suspect, Shinichi is accosted from behind and fed a strange chemical which physically transforms him into a grade schooler, taking on the pseudonym Edogawa Conan. He attempts to track down the people who did this to him, but until he finds a cure for his bizarre condition, Shinichi continues to help the police solve their toughest cases. Can you crack the case before Conan does? So that's just one of the ridiculous names. Rachel Moriran does not make sense. Richard Moore and Kogoro Mori sounds so much better than what you think. And what do they call the detective here? Oh, they call him Inspector Megori. His name is Megori Keibu, because Keibu means inspector. And then I think Amy is Ayumi, Genta is George, and Mitsuko is Mitchell, which are all ridiculous names. And I think Karoshi Agasa is somebody else. I don't think his name is Hagasa. What is his name? Nope, his name is Dr. Agasa. So they literally just sit there and change the main character's names and none of the others. And that's really irritating in my book. Just call him Kudo Shinichi and be done with it, please. I understand you don't want to switch halfway through because people are now starting to realize that there is a difference and it does matter. And it's just ridiculous having it the way you have it. It's ridiculous. That's all it is, okay? It's 100% ridiculous. And I hate that it's like that. I really do. Why is that, like, bent like that and it's not going into place? Like, it should not be bent in any way, shape, or form. There should be nothing stopping it from doing that. What the fuck? Anyways, it looks like it's warped. Oh, it's because whatever that is curved a little bit. I don't like that. Anyways, the anime is coming out much better than before because it was in English. The anime was up to a certain point. Their names were these, which was ridiculous. And then they stopped it, and then you just watch it in Japanese illegally, and now it's coming out in weird-ass fragments in English dubbed with the correct names. Just random. But anyways, let me just put these in a more semblance of an order. Why? Because I just like having my books. I haven't been doing it before, but I'm going to probably start doing it because it just makes more more sense for books that are taller to be in the back and books that are not taller to be in the front. There's only one Audible for this month in May, but I'm okay with it because 2 books are small. 3 books are actually really small. 2 of them will take me 1 day to read. So that means like gonna be short reads for those. So this is my May reads. Joy. This is what I'll be reading in May. I'm really excited for the Detective Conan and The Shadow of the Fox, Iona, and Lord Laws, and The Pirate Thief. I don't know about Dolores. I may or may not like Dolores. Night is okay, but I'm so excited for the other ones. Oh my god, I need to stop yawning. I think it's bedtime for me. Anyways, if you guys think I deserve a like, comment down your lovely subscription. Drop it down below. I will see you next illusion.